Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert!
Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Point it right.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
King! Hurry! Point it right.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol. Hey, alert 33. Kings.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Point it right. Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Run. Alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
1
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
A give running right is Mitchell.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Mitchell fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mitchell again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mayfield on 1st down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Run.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Real.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Moore. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Ready, set. 6 seconds.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Wait.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert 33. Peace.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now a play fake. Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And we're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 35.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Darrell Daniels, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
This from 32 yards away. The kick by Gould is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Ready.
A gain of 4 yards. And the 49ers first down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Ready, play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Right back to Mitchell here. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. That caught by Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mayfield with it once more. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd-and-1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Anderson right side.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. McCaffrey looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1.
Regular.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
Run. Run left.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Terrace Marshall
From a yard out.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the two-score lead. It looked low. They fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
Yeah, they definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, Mitchell. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon. Now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slide.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time?
When I saw just a big block of green on the radar, I thought, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Niners, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for